One of our clients, Jose LePage, he's coming here in a minute. Very excited to see him. And I have a little gift for him. And also I'll interview him to learn how he's doing 100K per day with e-commerce. And he's Spanish speaking, amazing guy, very high level. Very excited to see him in a minute. So let's get into it. That's yours.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Finally, bro. Finally.
Yeah, after so I owed Jose like a blue label and like
I'm gonna take
for how much
care
time?
of it.
Like for a long time.
I'm gonna take care of it, don't worry. Only on special occasions.
Hey, before we'll get into this interview, and it's mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing. There's so many insights, there's so many things that you can take from it. Just one note. The audio on this one is not ideal. Unfortunately, we've had some issues with audio recording. If you can tolerate that, you'll get a lot of insights from this interview. So enjoy it, watch it, and I'm sure you get a lot of insights and ideas from it on how to take your business to the next level. Okay, guys, Alex Fedotoff here, and today we have an amazing guest here in person, Jose LePage. This guy is powerhouse. He runs e-commerce brand. Recently had his first 100K day. What was it first 100K day?
That particular day, on last Sunday.
Last Sunday, so 100K day with e-commerce, lives here in Miami. Amazing journey, like you can tell about your journey, kind of like he's originally from Venezuela, built successful e-commerce business, and we'll learn about the mindset, kind of like how he approaches business in general. We'll learn how he operates. Like there's a lot of like personal stuff that I want to get into, kind of like the personal evolution that every entrepreneur needs to go to in order to grow the business. And oh man, thank you for joining me. Like that's like, that's different, right? Like on Zoom it's different.
It's super crazy, man. But thank you for having me, and obviously I'm excited to share like all the things that I've learned in the past 2 or 3 years. It's really crazy that, if you put it into perspective, you think like, 3 years ago you were not doing anything.
What did you do like those 3 years ago? Like what
I moved to the United States from Venezuela.
3 years ago?
Yeah, 3 years ago.
No
3 years ago, I was working there. I had my small business
in Venezuela.
There. Yeah, I started to work at 18 actually.
How old are you now?
27, almost 28. I have like 10 years of working. Hustling, man.
Wow.
And obviously, if you speak about Venezuela, obviously we have a pretty tough situation.
Yeah.
If you have the opportunity to stand out, obviously it's a huge accomplishment, because it's really, really hard. But
wow.
Obviously I started to get let's say like momentum and start to get in success in my own way, since I had
So you moved from Venezuela, like you started like e-commerce business right away?
Not really. I mean, it was something like that. And let me tell you like the story behind it.
Yeah.
Obviously, since I had the chance to work in Venezuela, obviously I had the possibility to arrive to the United States without having to work, in a regular job.
Yeah.
In that case,
you had a lot of money?
Not so much, to be honest, and let me tell you what happened with that money. So it's pretty interesting. But I came here and I had something in my mind that was something related to e-commerce, but obviously anything about drop shipping and the stuff that we're seeing right now. I wanted to start a clothing brand, and with accessories and stuff for a specific community and a specific group of people. It was really, really, really small, the niche that I was getting into, but I had an experience from the business that I had in Venezuela.
So what was that business?
It was something related to vaping, electronic cigarettes and stuff like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I started to work with that. It was fun, and obviously I had the opportunity to come to Miami several times to shows and stuff like that. And as soon as I decided to move, obviously my first thought was like, if I know how to do this, if I know how to sell this particular product to this particular community, obviously I want to start from there, And that's why I decided to create my clothing and accessories brand for that community.
So what was that community?
I mean, if I tell you the final result, obviously it was really, really hard because since you're coming for another country, you don't know exactly, how people act in terms of, behavior. We are super different, if you're coming for another country and you know it, there's different people and
different mentality.
Yeah, it happens. So basically, to make the story a little bit, fast, all the money that I had, I invested it. I paid like all the merchandise. I didn't do like market research.
So you bought like inventory and stuff?
Yeah, but a lot, bro.
How much?
A lot. It was like 20K. It was the only money that I had.
Wow, so you bought inventory for 20 G's.
But instead of doing the market research, I said like, F it, I'm gonna be successful. So instead of ordering like one t-shirt, I'm going to order 1,000.
Wow.
Instead of one
without even
knowing, because I was crazy. I didn't know shit, bro. I didn't know shit, and I made that mistake. So obviously I started to hustle. That we.
Okay, so you bought. What happened?
You
tried not.
I mean, I started to realize about the issues that I was facing. First and foremost, obviously, in that particular niche, you don't have the chance to promote the products on Facebook, for example.
Got it.
Because obviously it's related to electronic cigarettes and stuff like that.
Wow.
It's pretty hard, and it's really funny that the Facebook account that I had, it was my account. I started to promote those products, even if they were like t-shirts and stuff like that. Facebook is Facebook, and we already know.
Yeah.
But I got banned and I lost my profile. That was my first issue with Facebook.
And it's like when it happens the first time and you don't know you're not familiar with the situation. It's like you freaked out.
Yeah. I didn't know anything, and obviously I wanted to make it work. And besides Facebook, obviously I wanted to keep going, and I did like photo shoots, start to speaking with influencers in that specific market. And I spent more and more trying to get it to the pinnacle of the success. But unfortunately, after 6 months, and also I was creating the content on Instagram and stuff like that to make the community. And if I tell you the final results, for all the hustle and all the time that I invested, I made like 2K.
Oh, but you managed to sell
revenue, yeah.
You managed to sell the whole inventory?
No, I still have it, but I mean, from all the merchandise that I had, I made like $2,000 in sales, and that's it in 6 months.
Crazy.
So
what? Like, did you have money to live on? Like,
no, actually, not actually, because obviously I ate all the money. I invested all the money into that brand because I didn't know anything. I was really confident of myself, and I thought, even before starting to sell, I was making like calculations in my mind, like I'm gonna get like 20K per month in profit. I'm gonna live like a king, I was imagining that, but unfortunately it didn't happen, But while I was doing that, obviously I started to check other products as well, and I started to learn about Ecom, dropshipping,
Yeah.
I started to see like free videos on YouTube and stuff like that, and I started to get like more interest on it, and I decided to give up the brand that I had. As I told you, I still have the merchandise, but it's a memory, For some clothing that I have, I donated to people in needs,
Yeah.
I think it's better than selling for $1, so
Yeah.
I decided to do that, which really fulfilled my
wow.
Because it's very important to give as well. Since I was learning also like dropshipping and stuff like that, I decided to start our first dropshipping business, which was like sneakers.
Okay.
I started to do that with sneakers in China and stuff like that. I think we made like 3K in revenue, but obviously we lost like 2K or 3K. So obviously we didn't do anything with that. And after that I started to to educate myself, not only with e-commerce stuff, but I was watching like motivational videos. I was practicing the law of attraction, which is really huge for me and my growth, and I'm going to speak about it later because I have really amazing stories out of that, But I started to test more products, and I started to test, and you know that for every test you need to spend at least, back in 2019, obviously it wasn't that expensive.
Yeah.
But for each product, I was spending like $500. I was doing everything by myself, but obviously not at the same level that we have the possibility to be, right now.
Yeah.
I was trying, and obviously you learn from those mistakes. I'm not gonna say that it's a loss, because obviously when you start like investing money, obviously you need to get something positive out of it.
Yeah.
Then I just started to test products and test. I did that all 2019, and I was working from home, trying to figure it out about paying rent and stuff like that. I still had my business in there in that time. That's why I had the chance to avoid getting a job.
So you still had business in Venezuela?
Yeah, I had business in Venezuela in that time, and that was the only thing that kept me working. In my trying to learn. That was the only thing.
Wow.
And that's why it's very important to start working from an early age, because if I didn't have any money, maybe as soon as I arrived, maybe I needed a job, if I didn't have the money.
Right.
So maybe I could be like working in a job today.
Wow.
And I'm not doing it. So anyway, I started to test a lot of products, and 2019 was like over, and I started 2020. The pandemic started as well, and I was with 15K in my account, but negative. I was owing the bank because I had to take money from my credit card because I didn't have anything, to live. Basically.
Wow! So you spent all the money you had?
I spent all the money and more, obviously, because I had to get money from the credit card.
Wow!
So I had like 20. It was like 15K in debt.
And wow! And your business in Venezuela was still functioning?
No, it was over as well.
Because of the COVID?
It didn't work. No. It was before COVID, but it didn't work. The last 3 months on 2019 was really shit.
Wow!
And I lost like everything, and I didn't have any money. So
at that point you were like back against the wall, like?
No, yeah, of course. And I was super depressed because every time that I was testing a new product, let's say that I was making like $500 in sales per day, and I was making like the calculations with the product and the ads and stuff like that. I was losing money every day.
Wow.
So the last product that I remember, one product that we get into, I think we made like 5K in revenue, and we lost 5K, making like the calculation with the products and the ads. We were super negative, and when 2020 started, I started to go for side hustles. I started to like Uber Eats and stuff like that.
2020 you were doing Uber Eats?
Yeah, 2020, yeah. When pandemic started. I didn't have, it was really hard, it was hard as well, just because obviously I always had an entrepreneur mindset, and it was really hard for me to face, those challenges, because obviously I wanted to be, I wanted to be successful, and sometimes, it's pretty hard, and you don't find like a solution for that, but you need to keep going, obviously, because if you live in this country, it's very difficult to avoid the rents and stuff like that. So I started to do it, and I also was testing products anyway, even if I didn't have money.
So you're using credit cards or something?
Yeah, I still use I use my girlfriend's credit card, actually.
You have a rich girlfriend?
Yeah.
Yeah?
No. No, but she helped me. She helped me to solve my issue, because she's also my business partner today.
Wow.
She's also my business partner.
Is so cool.
She is like a huge part.
So she was for you, like, where you had like literally nothing.
Yeah, we were together. Obviously, she had many. For example, I didn't have a car when I get here, and she had a car. So I used her car many times. maybe she will be watching this maybe tomorrow or the day after. But she was a really important piece of my growth, and right now we are enjoying our lifestyle and stuff like that. Obviously, we are very very happy. I was using her credit card as well, and going to the part where all changed was on March.
March 2020.
March 2020. Obviously, I was super tired. To try. I was broke.
You did you at that point think like, okay, this is like last product and like.
Actually was that,
Yeah.
Let me tell you. I found I think it was a backpack with speakers and stuff like that, and I decided to test it out. It was like
people buying backpacks during COVID.
Let me tell you this story because this is really funny, but. I chose this backpack to be tested. I made the whole landing page, the ads and stuff like that. And there was one thing that I didn't do in the past products, and it was like a cross-on, a related product. So besides the backpack, I chose another product, and I said like, okay, if this person, if any customer buys the backpack, maybe they can buy this product as well. So obviously I was super excited, and I started to test the backpack, and you know what happened?
People started buying the other product.
No, it didn't happen. No. Nothing happened. I lost a lot of money as well. But there was something.
And you know what happened? Nothing happened.
No, bro, it's like that. You cannot pretend that even if you're working really, really, really hard, something is going to. Someone is going to give you anything. Just because you're hustling.
This is the reality, and I think a lot of people need to like understand it, especially people who like just getting into business.
Yeah.
That it's not easy, there's like so many different like moving parts. People are looking for like, hey, what are the easy like 3 steps like to buy to get a business like tomorrow you're a millionaire, that shit doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen.
And
it doesn't matter how obviously you
might get lucky once.
You can try and try, but the destiny, or the future is not going to give you like anything. Not you need to go for it. And you cannot give up.
Yeah.
Because I think, consistency, and as I told you, I tested like 20 products before finding my first one. So, but I didn't give up. I was like, I don't care if I'm going to say like, bro, I'm gonna keep trying. My family was telling me, what the f*** are you doing on that computer every day? Go and get a job. Is that the regular thing that your family tells you?
Yeah.
When you are like an entrepreneur and try to make it?
They have like their paradigm, like how like, well, you should go to like, you wake up and you go to the job like every day, you commute like for an hour, right? Like that's
but I wasn't hearing anything, because I just wanted to be successful,
Oh, wow.
And I wanted to enjoy this country as many people, that are able to do it. So. Going back to the story, obviously this related product, I was thinking, maybe I can try it. I saw the promotional video on AliExpress, and I thought like, okay, this is pretty interesting. I think I'm gonna give it a chance, and I always tell this, but I told my girlfriend like, okay, I'm gonna speak with you, and I'm going to tell you something. This is the last product that I'm going to test. The last one, because obviously I don't have enough money. Your credit card is in full as well. I spent all the available balance that you have.
Wow.
So we don't have money to keep testing. If this doesn't work, obviously I'm gonna try to get a job. But this is the funny thing. I was looking for jobs on vaping shops because obviously I know about it, and they were like rejecting me.
Oh really?
I was like, what the f***, man? I didn't have any luck.
Wow, even like, not like some high level job.
Not even a part-time job, man. Everyone was like rejecting me. I don't know why, but anyway, when I told my girlfriend this, she was like, okay, you're right. We don't have any money left to keep trying.
Wow.
So let's see what happens. Long story short, 5 or 6 months after testing that particular product, we made $1 million in sales. Yeah.
It's like, hey, like show like $1 million screenshots, right? It's like, hey, it's like, it's like 5, and then like, but like all of this it goes like beyond that, like that's like before that happened, you know, like.
And let me tell you, we started to get traction on that first day, and you know, I think we made like $400 in revenue.
How much you spent on that?
I think it was like $100. I mean, the funny thing was that I started to see many add to carts, many initiate checkouts. I didn't see a lot of sales, but I saw that the people were interested in the product, you know. And the video particularly had something interesting that made people start like engaging with the post, you know.
Oh wow! So you started getting comments and likes and stuff like that, right?
And I didn't know about it. I mean, I just posted the fucking video and that's it.
Wow.
But you know, it is what it is. And then you know, I started to get more traction. And the funny thing, and this is something that I would like to say, because obviously many people think that, you know, when you get to big numbers, you're gonna get super excited and you're gonna feel like super fulfilled. And let me tell you, when I made my first $10,000 in revenue, I think that was the moment where I got most like happy, you know, more happy. I think it was, I mean, even more than last Sunday when we made the 100K, you know, per day.
Wow.
Because when you start achieving the small things, you know, it's I think it's better, you know, and you feel more happy because you're realizing that you're making it. Obviously, it's a little bit, you know, it's small. Obviously, I mean, I made the 10K in 2 weeks. Obviously, I have the opportunity to make it in faster time right now, but I got super happy. Because I realized that I was doing something that, you know, that it was bringing me money. And I was able to pay my debt in 1 month. The 15K that I told you, I was able to pay in full in 1 month, and the month after I had the chance to buy my first car, which was a yellow Mercedes, bro.
Which one?
Yellow Mercedes.
GL?
CLA.
Oh, CLA.
It was amazing, bro.
Yeah.
I started to cry when I got it, bro. For real.
Like a brand new car?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got super excited. But you know, and when I speak about the law of attraction, it's crazy because I had this. It was something in the wall. How much? What's the name? The vision board. You know what a vision board is?
And you had that car on it?
I had a Mercedes keys.
Oh wow!
And I put them as soon as I got into the United States.
Wow!
The Mercedes keys, and I wanted a Mercedes so bad when I got here. And also I had Shopify sales, and I think that the first milestone that I pulled into that vision board was 500K in revenue. And you know, as I told you, 5 months after we launched the product, we hit the $1 million in sales.
Wow!
So obviously that's why I usually speak about the law of attraction, you know. Because if you manifest the things that you want, obviously you need to work for it. Obviously, because nothing is going to come like magic. But at least if you keep focused and if you see that freaking vision board every single day, bro, it's like, crazy that what could happen, you know.
It's kind of like you're giving your like brain like direction, right? You're giving it something like to. And it's kind of a process, it's a lot of information, it's like looking like, you know, it's kind of like finding the direction where it needs to go to achieve that.
It's very important. I always, you know, promote that because that way you'll feel like there's a path, you know, to make it. And you have your goals, you know, pretty clear.
You still have that car? You still have that car?
No, I changed it. But I have an SUV right now.
Which one?
An Audi.
Audi?
Yeah.
Q7?
Q7.
Cool.
I love it.
But anyways, I mean, you changed Mercedes for Audi.
At the end, bro, I think we're gonna speak about it, but at the end of the day, materialistic things are like, it doesn't matter, you know. For me, it doesn't matter right now. But you know, after that,
you probably have to get the shit out of the system, right? So probably you have to like.
You need to try. I think you need to try things, you know, to have an opinion on them. You know, it's like, I mean. Obviously, I like sneakers, for example. When I started to make money, I wanted to go to the designer stores and buy, you know, Gucci sneakers and stuff like that, you know. And the first pair that I got, obviously I was happy. But on the second one, I was okay, that's fine. The third one, I didn't feel anything, you know.
You know, I think it's interesting because
it becomes normal.
It becomes normal. But it's also, you have this like self-awareness, right? Where it's like, because a lot of people, I think they're like getting stuck in that like kind of like consumption mode. I mean, you see this here in Miami, right? Like where people kind of like this and then like, and it never ends, you know? Where it's like, at some point you just kind of like have to focus on something bigger than this, you know? I don't know how to explain. It's kind of like...
Yeah, I mean, my opinion on that is, you know, many people were, you know, when they start to make money faster, because obviously Ecom gives you that particular opportunity. You know, you can scale your business from 0 to 100K in one single month. So many people start to see, you know, their goals. They are like a little bit crazy. You know, they want to buy, you know, a Lamborghini, or they want to spend like 20K on clothing and stuff like that. And I always live, you know, way under the income that I'm getting. You know, obviously. Maybe if I have the opportunity to buy a Lamborghini, for example, I think I could be able to do it. But I think that when you get the Lambo, obviously you're not going to use clothing from Hollister. You know, you're gonna get Gucci, Louis Vuitton, and stuff like that. If you have the Lambo and you have the expensive clothing, you're not going to live into a small apartment. You're gonna get a house, because obviously it needs to fit your lifestyle. You know? So instead of only the Lambo, you're gonna spend money on the clothing, on the house, on the trips, on the parties. Because obviously, if you're going to party and stuff like that, obviously you're not gonna get one beer. I mean, you're gonna be like, I have a Lambo, I have a fucking house. I'm gonna spend 20K in 5, 6, 7 bottles. You know, because obviously your mindset changes. I mean, it's pretty crazy, but you need to be 100% sure that you can afford it, and you can afford the things after that, you know, the bigger house, the expensive clothing. But at the end of the day, for me, you know, it doesn't matter, because, you know, it's materialistic shit, you know. I think you can be happy without having, you know, so much.
Hey guys, people have been asking me how we scale to multiple 6 figures or even 7 figures per month without getting shut down on Facebook, and we have a very sophisticated solution for this that I want to share with you, but it's just like too valuable to give away for free. So if you guys want this solution, just book a call with one of my team members and we'll show you exactly what it is and how it works, and we'll see if that's a good fit for you and for your business. So just book a call with my team member, we'll share it with you so you can scale your business to multiple 6 figures or even 7 figures per month without getting shut down on Facebook, without having inconsistency, and with high profitability. So just book a call with my team and I'll see you there.
You know what's funny? I think the first course that I paid was a course that you have for $100. I think it was a ESS something.
Oh, really? My course?
Yeah. And I don't know if you remember the Pinterest one.
Oh, really? Oh, 2020. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was like the first money that I spent.
Oh, really?
And you know, after that, obviously, I realized that it was really important to start investing in education, because even if you're able to make 1 million per month, you know, for some others, you're just a bitch. You know, it's not that much. I mean, sorry, if you do 1 million with your business, you know, as a whole in 6 months. I mean, there's many people that do that in 1 month. There's many people that do that in 1 week. So you need to learn from them. So you need to have the humility to recognize that you're not the best, because there's many people that, you know, they do way more money than you. And you need to learn from them. So I started to pay for education. I think it was on 2020 actually, ending the year. By the way, this 1 million brand, obviously it went to shit because I didn't know how to do anything.
Oh, that wasn't the company that you have.
No. Oh shit. No, the reputation of that company went to hell, because obviously I wasn't investing my own money. I was waiting for the customers' money to start ordering like the merchandise.
Oh, wow.
I had a really shitty customer service. And every time that I was trying to promote something of that product on Facebook, I was receiving like 100 comments per day, you know. Bad comments. So I decided to shut it down, because
that's dropshipper's life, you know.
Dropshipper's life. And let me tell you that obviously, even if we made that amount in sales, we had like 4 months without doing anything, you know, because we were trying to get another product.
Wow. How much, okay, so let's say 6 months of that business, $1 million in revenue top line. How much in profit you've done?
I think it was like maybe 10% or 15%. It wasn't healthy. It wasn't healthy at all.
Wow.
But at least I had something to lift, you know.
Okay.
But we had like 4 months without doing anything, trying to find like new products.
So that product died. You still have some had some capital from that from the period to live on.
Every time that that happened, obviously my lifestyle was really low in terms of obviously even if I had the money, I wasn't going to restaurants and I wasn't buying like fancy clothing.
Yeah.
Because for me, it's more important that you're making money instead of having the money on your account, you know. I mean, it doesn't matter if you have 100K. If you're not making money every single day, I wouldn't afford. I wouldn't pay for anything expensive, you know. If you're not making money every day, you're basically broke. It doesn't matter if you have money on your account. I mean, obviously we're speaking about low amounts. Obviously, if you have like 100 million in your account, it's totally different. You don't have to work anymore. But since we were starting and we had like maybe 30K, 40K in the account, I mean, I thought I was broke. You know, even if I had that money, because I mean, for me, it's important to make money every day. If I make money every day, I can still live the lifestyle that I want. You know, speaking about the e-commerce part and the mindset, which is really, really important. Obviously, I kept learning, and after that second brand, I thought like, okay, this is the last time that I'm going to do like dropshipping, and working with customers' money. I mean, I'm going to.
So you see this as working with customers, dropshipping as working with customers' money. That's an interesting perspective.
For me, it is because obviously you're not going to take the risk on spending all the money that you have on products. You're not sure about Facebook. You're not sure about if something is gonna happen. Let's say that you have a patent problem and someone comes and tells you that they have the patent of the product. And you're and what are you gonna do with those products?
Wow.
Obviously, I think it's because of the mindset, because you feel like scared and you don't want to take risks. And if you see videos on YouTube, like motivational videos, that's one of the most famous quotes, You need to risk. I mean, you need to take risks.
Yeah.
So, for the third and last brand, obviously, and that's the other thing, many people, just want to do like money and keep scaling and make like 50K per day, 60K per day, but they realize that they don't have stock for that, they don't have customer support for that, they don't have fast shipping times for that. So it doesn't matter if you make that amount of money in a single day. Obviously, you're gonna be like bragging about because I made 50K a day and stuff like that.
That's how people see it, right?
I'm a genius, and bro. At the end of the day, if you don't have, if your business, doesn't support that, I'm gonna give you like 2 more weeks or 3 more weeks, and after that, your business is gonna be dead.
Yeah.
If you didn't prepare for that particular day where you made 50K, and that's what happened with me. Because
the first 2 times.
Yeah. For example, the first time, there was an opportunity where obviously, I was scaling the business, and I was making like 5K, 6K, 7K, and I started to learn about scaling, and I started doing like 15K, and there was one specific week where I said like I'm gonna scale to the moon, and I started with 15K, 20K, 25K, 30K, and after that I realized that I didn't have enough stock for that.
Wow.
And all the shipments were taking like a month and a half.
Wow.
I mean, it was really stressful. So, with the third brand, I changed my mindset completely.
So 4 months, like it took, during that pause, like did you test like a lot of products?
Yeah, of course. I was testing a lot of products.
How many products it took you this time?
I think I did like 10, 12 more products. Because that's the other thing. I mean, sometimes when you find a product, sometimes you just got luck, and statistically, if you test a lot of products, you're gonna find one, But obviously, that's not what I'm thinking right now. Obviously, I have a different mindset. But I was trying to find new products, and the fact that I found one that doesn't. I mean, it's not that you're gonna find another product easily, you know. It happens that, you know, what happened with me, you know. I had my first brand and then I spent like 4 months trying to find the other product, and then the same shit, you know. I was 4 months trying to find another product again. So, you know, speaking about the brand, because I think that's, you know, the most important information that I can provide, specifically for people that, you know, even whether if they're like doing like drop shipping and they want to become a brand, or people that, you know, are starting, because I think that for those people that wants to get into ecom, I think it's better if they start as a brand, you know, instead of a drop shipping.
So if you would have started like all over again, right? Like you would just like right away, you just kind of like would take it more seriously like from day one?
I think I will have a 9-figure brand right now. If I had started, you know, with the mindset that I have today. For sure.
Wow.
I think that for the e-commerce part, the thing I hate the most is finding new products. I mean, so after that second brand, I thought like, I'm gonna find one product and I'm not going to try to do research ever again. Which means that this product that I'm going to get is going to become a brand. I don't care, you know. I'm not going to try to do like strategies to find new products. I hate that. I mean, that's the part that I hate the most. Because obviously I had to find 20 products and it's really stressful. So I wanted to avoid that forever. So obviously
you don't want to, probably what you didn't want is like starting at ground zero again, right?
Well, yeah.
It's kind of like, okay, like now you have to start all over again, like now, like, you know, like
of course.
You wanted to find something that you can really commit to, and just like not get to that like initial story.
I mean the true story about the brand that we have today. I mean, to be honest with you, I saw this product as a dropshipping product, to be honest.
Initially?
Yeah, but besides of that, I was starting another like mini brand. I wanted to, you know, to have my own brand and stuff like that. But my girlfriend always told me like, okay, but I mean, we found the dropshipping product, we started to sell it, and I was trying to do another, and the brand, you know, I was making my customized products and stuff like that, and she was like, okay, but we're making money with the dropshipping product. Why are you focused on the other brand, you know? I want to have a brand and stuff. And she told me something that was really important. It was the fact that, I mean, she told me that, but we're selling this product, we can become a brand with this product, with this dropshipping product that you say. And that's exactly what happened.
So you transitioned basically from dropshipping to a brand?
It wasn't that way. I think what it changed was my mindset. I mean, I started with this product and I wanted, you know, I wanted to see it as a drop shipping. In terms of not being a brand, you know, for me, drop shipping is not having a brand. I mean, that's my opinion on that, you know.
So for you, brand is like actually having inventory and providing like
of course. I mean, that's my mindset about it, you know. But you know, she told me about it, and I was thinking that okay, maybe I should focus on the product that we're selling, that we're making money off, and we're gonna try to become a brand, you know. And you know, the whole journey from, you know, what we started back in May, because our brand has right now 1 year. We started in May last year.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And you know, we have been growing like a lot, man.
How much in revenue you've done since
6 million in 1 year.
First year in this.
First year.
Wow, jeez.
First year. It was crazy. But I mean, that is the perfect example in how you need to manage your business, you know. And in this case,
you have done like a lot of adjustments to make the business more sustainable.
Yeah, I had to make a lot of adjustments, of course.
What did you do specifically?
I mean, first of all, my mindset. I wasn't thinking of making 30K per day. I was trying to make the exact amount of money that I can where I can support it. I don't know if I explain well. I mean, if I have the units to sell 5K, I will sell 5K. I won't sell 10K. I won't sell 20K. I didn't care about it. I only care about giving a good customer support and a good customer experience. If I had enough products for 10K, I was doing 10K. but I wasn't interested in making like 50K per day to be bragging about. I was thinking more on my brand's health, you know.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Wow.
And it really helped me, you know, because obviously if you make the revenue, you know, pretty likely like to how much support your business can sustain. Obviously it's better because you're not going to overscale, you know. So we started in this way. Obviously we started to order like 10 products and then we started to see results.
Yeah.
And instead of keeping the money from the customers, I was, you know, investing those profits, you know. It was basically investing on my business. I mean, with the other two brands, every time that we were receiving profits, we were transferring that money into our accounts.
Oh, wow.
And we were not reinvesting the money. And that's a mistake.
That's a mistake.
And we did I think we started with the same mindset, but then we started to put us like salaries and start investing
How
on
much
the
you
money.
paying yourself?
Right now I think it's 10K per month.
Both of you guys? Or yourself? You paying yourself 10K per month?
Yeah. And
Okay.
I mean it's not that bad, I think. I mean, it's a good money, but obviously we have a lot of
120 a year, yeah, that's fine.
and I'm paying this to myself just because I want to, you know, save money as well.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm transferring that money and I'm spending everything. I'm not like a big spender, and not even right now. You know, I don't care about that shit, and I told you this.
Yeah.
So and my girlfriend has, you know, her salary as well, and we're fine with that, you know. You know, everything changed when we started to change our mindset and the way we were working, and we were really, really focused on, you know, make the best customer experience and provide a good quality product. And you know, we started to improve. We started to improve the products, the systems, the customer experience, start to train the customer support team. I mean, there's many things that we started to do with this brand that we didn't in other brands before. And that's something that definitely changed, and it reflects on the results that we're having today. You know, which is the best example could be, you know, what happened last week with the 100K per day.
Yeah.
But you know, we started to learn a lot, and I also realized about something really important. And don't rely on Facebook only, you know. Many people start to do this business model, and obviously the first thing that you need to do is to set up Facebook, and you need to run ads on Facebook.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's very important, but if Facebook fails, it doesn't mean that you're not gonna be successful with the brand that you have. I mean, there's many ways to do money with a brand, and not only with Facebook, you know. And that's something that I realized, and I also realized that if I wanted to get, you know, huge months with, you know, a lot of revenue, I needed to go, for example, omni-channel, you know. We started to do like Google, TikTok, Snapchat. We opened, you know, our ambassador program. We were working with YouTube content creators, and we were posting videos. I mean, right now we have a lot of sources, traffic sources, which is really important. And besides of that, for me, it's very important, you know, to hear the customer, because when you start making money, you only care about the money. You don't care about the customer. So I started to hear them, you know, to hear their thoughts about the products, about the service, and I was improving my systems out of those opinions. Because I mean, if you hear your customer, bro, I mean, he decided to buy your product, you need to hear from him, you know, why did you buy? I mean, what are your thoughts about this decision that we're gonna make? For example, if we want to launch a new product, we ask the customers. It's not like I'm going to flip a coin and see what happens. I'm going straight to the customers. We have an amazing community, an amazing group, and every time that I ask them, they obviously, you know, majority of the time they reply, and they tell me their opinions, and I make decisions out of that.
Man, this is crazy. I think this is what a lot of like, especially it's like, as you grow your business, right? There's a customer support person, like VA, you know, whatever people call it, like call this person, And then, you might think about like VA as kind of like whatever, just hire someone in the Philippines, like who gives a fuck, right? But in reality, that's probably the most like important person like in your business, because like that person is like literally on the front lines with customers, right? So you have to like, I think especially like as our businesses grow, like, and as our egos become bigger, like we shouldn't think that like talking to customers or listening to customers is like above like our like, oh, I'm a CEO now, like now I will not like listen to customers, or because like I'm just not too important. This is where businesses start. This is where the businesses start, like, because like literally all of the ideas, like people ask me like, Alex, I have this product and it does well, like what should I do like as an upsell, right? Like ask your customers like what other brands are buying. Go to their like Facebook profile, see what other brands they like. Do a survey for your customers and ask like what other brands are buying, because they're buying. For example, so we have one of our brands is apparel brand, and we just like recently sent a survey, and like, okay, we know that, for example, majority of people that like have clothing, they're exercising and like taking some supplements, right? Like, okay, which supplements? We're not even like asking, like we know for sure they're taking supplements.
Yeah.
Which supplements are you taking, and which ones are you enjoying the most? And like majority of them said like greens. Now we know like when we're getting into supplements to sell to the same like audience that we already built, like the loyal audience, now we know that which type of supplement we have to offer.
And you're going to sell them for sure.
Because they're already buying it.
Because it's based on customers that already bought. Also, one of the things that we're implementing is to find the customers that have been spending more money. Because obviously, if they're spending more money, they're more special than the others.
Yeah.
Of course. And obviously, if you can make a group out of it and you can reward them for their loyalty, they will feel super happy. And since they have enough money to spend on your brand, obviously you're gonna keep making more and more. So it's just it's all about implementing new things, and don't limit yourself. So that's why it's very important to keep learning. Obviously, always having the humility to recognize that you're not the best. Because there's many people that are better than you, and you need to learn from them. And at the end of the day, that's what really matters in order to build a successful business. And for me, even if we only have 1 year, I think the results were good. I think we are on the right path. And we're like delegating all this stuff to people who really knows about it. I mean that's something that I usually promote as well. Obviously when you get into these levels, you cannot do like everything by yourself. For example, for me, I cannot do advertising anymore. I don't have the energy for that. I need to put the energy in other things instead of the ads. And now that we were speaking that advertising obviously is important and it's essential, but if you can find someone better than you to do it, you're gonna relieve that responsibility. And you can start like acting as a CEO, because if you're on Ecom, if you want to have a brand, at the end of the day, you're a CEO. Okay, you are not like a page builder. You are not like a media buyer. You're not. If you like media buying, close your brand and just open a marketing agency.
That's such a good point.
So for me, I really like to be CEO. I like to make decisions. I like to build stuff, systems, improve products, services, customer support, train people. That's my responsibility right now. Not advertising, not content creation. That's
you gradually evolved into this role. Like at the beginning, you might need to do everything, right?
Of course.
To get your brand off the ground, but then eventually you want to kind of like evolve into this role.
At the end of the day, if it's worth it for me, and if I'm making more money than when I was making the ads, for me that's the most important thing. And that's something that I always tell the team, if you are able to make me more money, let's keep working. I don't care.
I think that's such a good perspective that also like a lot of people have to like realize, like, because everyone probably most people start from like just hiring like VAs, like Philippines. Like that's usually like, hire like VA in Philippines. Oh yeah, cheap, right? Like you didn't have to pay them like.
But let me interrupt you. Cheap hires, cheap results. for me.
Yeah, you know, so it's like that's what you have to consider, like the actual like output. Like for example, you might hire someone for like $300 a month, but then if it takes you like, if you have to like literally every day like supervise them, you have to literally monitor because they fuck up all the time, or they're just not responsible, or they're afraid to take the initiative. Now that doesn't cost you $200-$300. That costing you the lost opportunity that you would have like if you would have put your time into the right place, and you would start like working on your business and bringing some new product, new ideas, like whatever, like. But now instead of that, you actually like training that person, or like trying to fix that person that shouldn't be in the team in the first place because you tried to save money, right? Like I was thinking about this, like, okay, so if Google like was, if that was so easy, right? And that's like whatever, like yeah, just like let's just outsource everything like as cheap as possible, like you know, let's just pay people like as little as humanly possible. Like Google won't be in California. Yeah. Google would be like somewhere like I don't know, in Bangladesh maybe, or like in Africa, right? Like because like they can hire people there for but instead they have engineers, very well paid, you know, very smart people, right? And they're trying to attract, they do anything in their power to attract the talent. So at some point, like once you get the business off the ground, like literally the whole game becomes about like listening to your customers, seeing where the direction, kind of like setting the direction for the business, and looking for the best people you can bring into your business, so then you can push it forward.
Most important thing, to keep growing.
Man, this
forever.
Like wow. So what are the next like moves? Like what direction are you looking? Like how you're looking to expand from here?
Yeah, well, you know, actually about, you know, I want to also share about the experience I've had with ESS, which is really important. You know, you meet amazing people that, you know, are making like a lot of money, which is true. I mean, nobody's paying me, you know,
no, I mean, I would just have that like for.
There's a gift.
But that was a separate deal. That is not. Like,
you need to see these stories on IG.
That is not a paid actor. This is like
I mean that it was really helpful because I met amazing people, and you know, for example, if you're asking me about the next moves. Something that I'm thinking to do in order to keep growing the brand that we have. I mean, our brand is based only here in the United States. We are selling only here, and obviously we're planning to go to Europe, which is an amazing opportunity. I know that many people on ESS have the chance to sell there.
Have you tried like translating your ads to Spanish?
No, not yet.
And targeting the US population?
That's a good idea.
You don't have, and for that you don't need any like new payment processors, literally just.
Yeah, I know. I could try that. No, but yeah, I mean, we are trying to, you know, to keep growing, to keep improving our products and services. And, you know, most important thing, as I always say, if we can support, you know, big days that, you know, like the day that we had last week, which is really important to realize. I mean, we are fulfilling our own orders in our warehouse, you know. And we only have 2 people working there. I mean,
really crazy.
Yeah, I mean, can you imagine? I mean, for example, let's say usually on Mondays when we need to fulfill the weekend orders, let's say that there's like 600 orders. Okay, so we work really early and stuff like that. Can you imagine if I tell them like there's like 3,000 orders, 4,000 orders that you need to fulfill in one day? I mean, it's gonna be a mess, you know, because it's not going to be. I mean, one day is not going to be enough. So you start to have delays, and you start to have like bad customer support and customer service, because people are gonna be like waiting. If you promise, for example, 3 days delivery, you are not going to deliver that promise, you know, and that starts to affect your business. So when we decided, because it was a decision, we knew, you know, that we were able to do it, but we decided to do it, you know. We were sure that we were gonna be able to handle it.
Wow.
Let me tell you something. I mean, when you are in this business and you're an entrepreneur, it's very important to surround yourself with people, you know, that provide value, you know. And you know, some people think that if you buy the Lambo, if you buy a Lambo, are you going to impress the other Lambo guy? No, right? Because he has it. So what are you trying to do?
Such a good
are you trying to impress people who don't have the chance to buy?
That was
mind blowing, right?
That was so go to.
But I think about it. You know, it doesn't matter because people that already have the Lambo are not going to get impressed if you buy it.
Back in my country, like where people make money, they usually behave like animals, because like I don't know, like they kind of like think that they have made it, like they treat like their team members, like their employees like bad, and that was the role models that I have seen back in Ukraine, and I think it's so I have to do some work on kind of like readjusting that and understanding and seeing the other side of it.
And that's why I think it's so important to, if you have the opportunity to move into a big country, for example, like this one, you will have a different perspective about what is success,
Yeah.
Because, for example, you can say the example of Ukraine.
Yeah.
That if there's someone that's making like $10,000, profit per month, they're gonna feel like they're the kings of the world.
And listen,
I mean, come to Miami and you will see.
Yeah. Literally, for me, the dream, like, and like that's when I was going to the United States the first time. Literally, my only goal was like to make like say like $10,000 so I could buy the car. That was my life goal. Like I said, like if I will have, I said it this way, if I'll have an apartment and if I'll have a car, it's considered kind of like wealth.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the same in your country. Or
it's more or less the same. I think it's worse actually.
Oh really?
Yeah, of course. It's pretty tough, to live there. Obviously, there's many opportunities. I mean, if you have the right mindset, you're gonna be able to get success no matter where you are.
Yeah.
But it's all about keep grinding and keep saying to yourself that it's possible to make more, and to do more. Because many people on those countries, as well as my country, they think that there's a roof, and that's it.
Wow.
There's no more than that, For example, one of the examples that I can provide is the fact that people think that you are successful in Venezuela if you have a Corolla 2015, which is a really old car here.
Yeah.
But if you drive a Corolla in there, I mean, everyone thinks that you're rich.
Wow, crazy.
It doesn't make sense, but I mean, obviously it's the country,
Yeah.
That's what they no, I don't know how to say it, but it's
I think there's like another lesson here too. Is like try to relocate yourself to the best environment possible. Like in Europe, like so a lot of people from Europe they move to Dubai. I think that's a great spot. Kind of like you get exposed to like wealth and what's possible. Obviously, you have to kind of like be aware of not getting like too carried away with it, especially as you make more money, you get to go to more parties, now you're spending more time, spending more money, and like now you're carried away in parties, now you want to impress other people, and now you get carried away like and playing that game instead of playing the game of business, which is eventually the only game, like, I mean, as an entrepreneur, you have to win. But it's like, it's a great spot to experience, and like I had conversation with Kush yesterday. It's like he's in India, he's definitely moving to Dubai. It's just better environment for business. You can operate. No one is trying to like shut you down, or like there are no people trying to kidnap you because like you're making like some money. Like it's even that those like basic things where you can feel secure and you can just focus on your business. I think that's a blessing that we have here, United States and some of the like developed countries.
Yeah, that's right. Super true.
My man, thank you so much. What you have done is mind blowing. It's very inspirational for someone watching, guys. Like keep pushing, like keep trying. Like if you believe in something, like don't give up. It's hard, times like that's a path. We're choosing. Like we're choosing. Let's stay on it. Let's push. And for you, my man, like I wish you like mind-blowing levels of success. As you said, building a brand, like whatever that brand is, you probably know you have the vision, you have it on your vision board. Maybe you have a specific number, go for it. And I'm very happy that we've been able to help you, like contribute, with ESS, with Elite, and thank you. Thank you for coming. And,
thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you guys for watching.
Thank you for having me.